So I started uni around now 4 years ago, and I came from A level straight into the first year of uni, and that already was a bit of a big gap for me because I wasn't told about, because you'd go from GCSE to A levels and it was like it was not too much of a difficult transition, but from A levels to uni was a big gap for me because the way the courses are taught are a lot different. So I initially felt that I should have taken a foundation year, so foundation course to sort of aid the transition period. Because the first year for me it was difficult, and it took me about, I'd say about 10 weeks before I actually felt comfortable with the sort of the method of working, because the way you work is a lot of self-directed study as opposed to just like especially since I was doing arts, it was less sort of exams and more sort of yeah, just self-directed study, doing everything yourself. So the first year of uni was difficult, and on top of that, the first year of uni was also my first year living away from home, and there's not much preparation you can really do with that. It's just you just gotta do it. So that's what a foundation year would have helped me with that, because I would have had to live away from home for that as well. Um, so regardless, like I went through it, and it was like it was I learned a lot from it. So I just felt, I've done the first year, let me just do the next 2 years. So second year was good for me, but that was also a big transition for me because all the I had to rent privately, so I had to deal with landlords and stuff. And work-wise, the second year was actually okay. It wasn't anything different from what I had been doing in my first year, because what you actually on an arts course, you're constantly being taught what studios in the real world want you to produce. So first year, second year, and third year, there isn't actually that much difference in the quality of work. I mean, I'm in third year now, and I can tell you, like, some of the 2D work from first years are probably like are better than mine. So definitely, like, second year I feel is it was a learning curve for me as well. And but that was in more to do with renting privately. And actually that was that was what pushed me to sort of take a year out, because after the second year, renting privately it got too stressful for me, having to deal with landlords and stuff. So took a year out. I deferred my entry into the third year, and I basically, in that year out, I did various stuff. I worked sort of save up money. I worked as a play scheme manager, and I also travelled to various countries doing activities and stuff. All that stuff just sort of gave me a break from the whole education system, and also just encouraged me to encourage me how to work independently and stuff. So spending that time travelling abroad alone, just like being able to live alone and stuff, helped me in my third year. Now in my third year I feel a lot more confident and a lot more able to sort of work independently, and just sort of get into sort of routines where you can actually be surrounded by other uni students and just get that experience of like studio work. So my third year now, I've got to say, is probably my favourite year, because it's all self-directed study, and it's all just you using what you've learned in the first and second year and just doing it now. The tutors sort of understand that you spent 2 years learning it, so it's just they sort of just push you to do your own thing in the third year, and that helps because oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to say, in second year work placements take place, so that helped me to sort of get a taste of what it's like in the real world. And then in my third year now, I'm hoping once I graduate to yeah, I guess work at studios. So it'll be a lot of freelance work. I'll be working for free a lot, because in order to get into studios you have to have some sort of solid experience, because at the moment I have not much other than my second year experience. I have no sort of studio experience, so it'll be a lot of free work for studios, and then once I've worked for them I can actually apply properly for jobs at of 3D studios. And yeah, also if I could do some more travelling abroad, I would, because I enjoyed my gap year and traveling abroad. So I would love to do like internships in other countries, like graduate schemes and stuff. So I'd definitely look into that, but I'd have to save up money for that because it depends how much funding I get. If I get funding for that, I'll just use the funding to travel abroad. Otherwise, I would probably save up. So spend a year working at whatever, just saving the money, and then the following year probably travel abroad to find a studio abroad or something like that. Yeah.